Hey, how you guys doing out there? All right, we're going to be getting started here in just a few minutes. You got a few more moments to get your people on. This is Nicola Jackson, and we are going to empower you financially on tonight. I want you to go ahead and get your people on. Okay, get them on, get them on, get them on. I know a lot of people are going to be joining us. We have a very, very powerful, some powerful information we're going to share with you on tonight. I just got to hop right in because we got tons of guests for you, some real people, real results. And so my name is Nicola Jackson, and I want to welcome you to the Financial Freedom webinar. We are going to empower you financially and show you how you can build wealth as well as restore your credit score through the power of financial literacy. You know, just a little bit about myself. You know, I'm a senior executive vice president with this company. We'll talk more about that, Financial Education Services. I didn't learn about this company because I wanted to learn about the phenomenal opportunity. We'll talk about that in a moment. It was because myself, even though my husband and I were people who considered successful, first generation to earn seven figures in our family, with all of that, money didn't come with instructions, and we still found ourselves with a $50,000 tax lien on our credit report. Now, I want you to put the pen there because in case you don't understand that credit is power, it is. Because if you don't have good credit, you will find yourself powerless in America. And that's what happened to me. I was smack dab in the middle of a home equity line of credit being approved. They gave me a pre-approval. That's before they give you the money. And then I ended up with that $50,000 tax on my credit report and went from the lowest score of a 760 to a 580 overnight. Well, all I can tell you is that they definitely took away that pre-approval and turned it into a denial. I was not approved for that home equity line of credit. The company I'm going to share with you not only changed my life, but it saved my life and my finances and my family. And it can do a lot for the same thing for people like you out there. The end of the story is, yes, I was paying my taxes, but I need you guys to know that if you don't know the law, if you don't know your rights, and you don't know where to go to when you find yourself in financial trouble, things can fall apart. But I didn't. I found Financial Education Services, and I'm going to share with you about the end of the story. I want you to stay tuned. You know, today you're going to learn how you can now position yourself with the best interest rates available for future purchases. I know a lot of people are wondering how to do that. Less than perfect credit is a huge, huge situation here in America. We're also going to talk about how to pay off debt that keeps you from going from paycheck to paycheck, how you can build a big business from home that doesn't have to interfere with what you have going on now. I'm actually doing this from my home, not my home office. My home office is anywhere I want to be in the house. We're also going to talk about how you're going to put yourself in a position for your family to have a lasting future and legacy. Super, super important. What we do is we strengthen your financial life, starting with your future, giving you stability and also a real opportunity. Before we go into the nitty gritty, I want you to know where we are in America when it comes to our mindset and our personal financial affairs. There are 43 million people out here with 599 credit score or less. So what you can do is just take the mask off, right? In case you're wondering, like, do anyone know your business? The stats has already told us all of the business. 43 million people have a 599 credit score or lower. More than half of Americans don't know what their credit score is. The average debt load in America is $225,000, with many people having less than $500 left over in savings after paying all of their bills. What would it be? I want you to just imagine yourself being able to stroke a check at the beginning of the month for all of your bills and still have plenty of money left over. What would that do for you? I know that would make you super happy, but did you know that nearly 2/3 of Americans can't even pass a financial literacy test? I would have been one of them. Just because you earn money, just because you have degrees, don't mean that you understand financial literacy. They don't teach it to us in schools, right? And so guess what? I can tell you this also. With that being said, most people are not thinking about a day that they hope are going to come, a great retirement. Nearly half of Americans have no retirement, and only 18% of them are on track to reach their income goals for retirement. So many people, after they retire, they have to go back to work. That's not what they wanted to do, but they didn't have the right calculations. Did you know that they say that millennials, for those of you listening on, you're going to need about $2 million at retirement. So how are you going to earn that kind of money? Another huge stat is that 65% people have no will, 82% no trust, 71% no medical or financial power of attorney. Super, super important documents that every family deserve. You don't want to work hard, even if you want to go ahead and get your new car, your new home, and we show you how to do that with the lowest interest rates, and then turn around if something happened to you, God forbid, that now a judge, a probate judge, have to decide where and when your family get access to your assets. And did you know this last stat is just astonishing? Every 2 seconds, an identity is stolen. An identity is stolen. I can tell you right now, there are some people that may have less than perfect credit, and you think no one can do anything with your identity. That's totally untrue. They'll figure something out. They may not be able to go buy a house or car, but there are a lot of other things that can be done. There are some horrific stories. You can go and Google them of people whose identity have been stolen and don't know how to get their life back. And so we want to share with you here with Financial Education Services about what school didn't teach you, about what the banks don't want you to know. And we're going to talk about finances, ownership, financial freedom, and more importantly, how to be successful. Now, if that's you, you want to definitely make sure you get a pen and paper and start writing some things down, because the person that sent you to this information, they're going to want to talk to you right after. You're going to have to touch base with them and make sure you have your questions answered before we get you started in this phenomenal service or opportunity. So let's talk a little bit about who we are as Financial Education Services. First, we were founded in about 2004, 15 years, strong business, headquartered in Farmington Hills, Michigan, A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, continue to grow over 100% annually, a debt-free company, and Mr. Mike Toloff and Paramount Nayak are the same key executives since the company's inception. As a matter of fact, together they have over 30 years of financial services and IT experience. Super, super strong. And if you pay attention to when we were born, our company, I need you to know that we survived the financial storm and came out still debt-free. Very, very, very stable when we're talking about a company. What they did is they put together a protection plan membership. Now, this is a huge, huge opportunity for you to subscribe to a membership that emphasizes on credit, but also protects you, your family, your finances, your lifestyle, the way you live, your future, and also now will give you peace of mind. So let's talk about what's inside the protection plan membership. You're going to get credit education. We're going to show you how to build the credit with Credit Builder. The credit attorney, that was the one that saved my life. I can tell you right now, before, of course, they got those, that tax lien deleted from my credit report, the credit attorney is who told me exactly what to do and what I needed to gather for my truth. What was that? First and foremost, that tax lien should have never gone on my credit report. I was paying my taxes. They actually were garnishing one of my rental properties for 3.5 years, $1,200 a month, and they were allocating it to someone else's account. Well, guess what? No one wanted to hear me until I did exactly what the credit attorney told me to do. Smart credit. That's for you to monitor your credit. I didn't know there was a $50,000 tax lien on my credit report unless I had gotten an alert. You don't want to be the last to know when you go and apply for a home or car that something's on your credit report or your identity has been stolen. You're going to know real time exactly what's happening on your credit, and as well as you'll be able to monitor as we are removing those negative items. Debt zero, we'll talk about that in a moment, but you don't want debt. You've got to have some type of way to get your debt under control or to start controlling you. We also want to control your identity, protect your identity with LifeLock, financial lockbox to organize all your financial stuff. right? Something happens to you. No one has to go and like looking under your bed and all this stuff. They can literally now be able to get a email from a cloud, can never be destroyed, no matter if it's a storm or what have you, exactly where your finances are and what you need them to do with it. You'll get life insurance, that's for qualified agents only. Also, you get discounts on travel. The MyCare plan is a will, trust, power of attorney. You go buying houses and cars, we need to protect that. We need to make sure if something happens to you, even your children, exactly where they should go, should you not make it home one day. You need the will, trust, power of attorney. It's not just for wealthy. It's for you too. You get discounts on shopping and our family mint. Isn't that so powerful? We'll talk about where the source of this financial illiteracy comes from. And again, because we don't teach it in schools, we teach children how to manage their finances and make it a family thing, and also super discounts on prescription drugs. Now, you might not be on prescription drugs, but have you ever ended up with something where you might have needed antibiotic or you needed something else, and then it was like this huge bill that you weren't prepared for? Well, you'll be prepared for it, and our prescription card can go for your entire family. It doesn't matter if they're on our protection plan or not, but I can tell you this right now. You want to know more about credit. Why should this be important to you? Well, you need to know how your credit score is calculated. Most people believe that it has only to do with your payment history. 35% only has to do with your payment history. I need you to know, why is this important? The payment history might be your on-time payments or slow pays. It may be those tax liens, for me, foreclosures, evictions, medical bills, student loans, those type of things. It's just 35% of your score. But what about the other 65%? That has a lot to do with what score you have right now. Now, 30% is your capacity or your amount owed. A lot of times when it has to do with revolving debt, like credit cards and things like that, keep your balances at least 30% or under. I can tell you that if you're only using 30% or under, you will have a better score, especially in the area of that 30%, your capacity. The length of your credit. How long have you been able to pay as agreed? Some people go and have some other people, say repairing their credit, they wipe you clean. They're like, where have you been? You're 50 years old now. I need you to know, don't let anyone who is not licensed and certified to do what we are doing, mess around with your credit. It's so important. But you need to know that the length of history, how long you've been able to pay on time, super important. So we're not recommending you go and close those credit cards they gave you in college. Okay, that's not what you want to do. You want to keep the length of history. This is huge. And then 10% is new credit. How many times you get an increase, or anytime you get new credit, because one of the huge components of being able to get credit granted to you is your income. So when you get something new on your credit report, the creditor is going to lower the score for a little bit until about 6 months of on-time payments, then it may go back up. But you don't want to bombard your credit with new credit, especially a lot of increase. And then now 10% of types of credit used, whether installment loans or secured or unsecured debt. Super important that you are very educated on how your score is calculated and everything about credit, because it's affecting so much of your life. So I want to talk about these last little bit here of our financial literacy portion, 5 common myths about credit. Well, number one is huge. I don't know, I didn't used to know this, right? About credit agencies. Are they some type of governmental authority? After all, they're called credit bureaus. Guess what? This is the truth. Credit agencies, they have no legal authority at all. They're private businesses, and some of the owners don't even live in the United States, or not even US-based businesses, some of them. But I need you to know this. They still get to affect you if you don't know what we're trying to teach you right now. And so you need to know they're private companies. And they do have to follow the law. Myth number 2, are these credit agencies required to keep derogatory or negative items on your credit report for 7 to 10 years? Well, you want to know, there's no law that the credit agencies have to report anything on you at all. But let me tell you what the law says. They are required to remove all derogatory or negative items. If it's late pays and charge-offs or things like that, consumer debt, they get 7 years. Public records, bankruptcies, tax liens, these are considered like public records like I just shared, they get 10 years. But guess what? Plenty of times it's over 7 or 10 years and it's still on your credit, affecting you in a negative way. We can help you to get those items deleted. Now, the third myth is about, information in the credit report. Is this illegal to have it altered or changed? Very, very good question. And I need you to know that everything we do is fair per the Fair Credit Reporting Act, or FICRA for short. There are federal and state laws that require that any items that are removed from your credit report, that if they're not 100% accurate or they have not been verified in a timely manner, that they must be deleted from your credit report. It's almost like the Miranda rights. If someone was getting arrested, due process of law must occur in order for things to be legal on your credit report. Most times they didn't go through the full process before they even slapped it on your credit report, right? And then the fourth myth is about paying a past due debt. Does it remove it from your credit report? I know sometimes people wait for either big checks to come in the mail, maybe tax season or what have you, and say, I'm just going to pay these items off. Well, the bottom line is, even if you do pay that off, that doesn't necessarily take it off your credit report, because your payment history of that account is still going to be there. It's just going to say zero balance at the end of that credit report. But the question is, can this be changed? And the answer is absolutely it can. Absolutely it can. I can remember something on my credit report. My husband, we got a timeshare, and he didn't pay it, but I signed with him. That happened to you before? I signed with him, and I saw the 30-day late. I'm like, I didn't go 30-day late, but guess what? If you are a co-signer and they went 30-day late, you have to say, we went 30-day late. But it was deleted from my credit report as well. I am so grateful for United Credit. And then number 5 are about inquiries. Are they derogatory, and will it hurt your credit? Well, inquiries are anytime you want to apply for credit. And in the case of that, 1 or 2 may not be that bad, but more than that can hurt your score. You need to be the first person to know exactly what your score is before you apply for any new credit. You even want to know what's the percentage rate in your score range. So they're not pulling credits, giving you hard pulls and making it harder for you to bounce back. But I can tell you this, we can also help you in the case of inquiries. You want to ask the agent who works with you about that. If you have some excessive inquiries, we can also assist you there. And how are we doing all this? With the Fair Credit Reporting Act. It gives the right to every American to dispute or investigate any negative item on their credit report, and that's any inaccuracies, any errors, any obsolete items. It doesn't matter, late pays, foreclosure, bankruptcies, tax liens, short sales, medical bills. Any of these items can be removed from your credit profile or updated to reflect paid as agreed. These are some powerful keys, wasn't it? Hopefully this helped you out. If it did, you definitely want to go ahead and say, hey, I'm learning something. I can tell you this right now, we are going to teach you a lot, including how to leverage your legal rights to investigate or dispute any of these negative items. And so once you become a client with us, United Credit is going to go in and dispute all the negative items at one time. The only reason we're able to do that is our division is a 501c3. Only banks or credit unions or 501c3s are able to dispute all those negative items at one time. Out of those other companies, they can only do 2 to 5 items at a time, and they're not going to guarantee, like we are, we're not guaranteeing that you're going to have specific success in a specific amount of time. But typically, you will start seeing some results within your first 45 to 90 days. But if you want maximum results, commit to 4 to 6 months in our program. We have tons of people who've already gotten great results. We know we can do the same thing for you. So once you go and be a client, you're going to be able to see your credit score. This is the same score that you'll see if you went to go apply for a home. So we're going to turn over every stone and again, dispute all those negative items at one time. This is one of the reasons we get the fastest results in the industry. You want to say, well, what makes you faster than other people or what makes you better than other people? Well, here's a comparison table. There are some other companies, Lexington Law, very familiar, Sky Blue, creditrepair.com, and Credit Safe. What I can tell you, a lot of these companies end up coming to us and we end up really giving them better results. Why? Again, we're the fastest in the industry. And I want you to know why other things, because we don't only deal with the negative items. We talked about that earlier. So Lexington Law, Sky Blue, creditrepair.com, and Credit Safe, they all have credit restoration. None of them have a will, trust, power of attorney. Very important. Credit monitoring, they may have it, but some of them are going to charge you a little bit more. If you see the red star, they're charging additional for that. Identity theft protection. You know, it's the worst thing to go working on your credit and someone else out there mess it up for you. So we want to protect your identity. A few of them will also charge you additional. Debt elimination. None of them are dealing with debt, but that's 30% of your score. Right? No wonder you've tried them before and the score is just moving so slow. And then now also none of them have an income opportunity. And so super, super powerful that once you put the mask on yourself, you could actually help someone else with our career opportunity. So what does it take to get yourself back on track? It's a one-time $99 activation fee and $89 a month for your subscription. Just $188 to get started. Way less money than what it's costing you to have your less than perfect credit. Way less money than you are able to compare it to what you're saving in interest rates with those high interest rates on the purchases. And so $188 to get started, $89 a month. Get with the person who invited you out, and they can answer any other particular questions specific pertaining to your account and get you started. I want to talk to you before we go into a huge portion of what we're discussing here tonight, these keys to financial freedom. I'm having a great time with you guys, and but I want to share something about the Youth Financial Literacy program. You can go to yflfoundation.org and learn more about us. You know, we go into the schools and we educate children from ages 8 to 18 on personal finance, where the problem started, right? We didn't learn about it. So we said, we're not going to just talk about it. We're going to be a solution. We're going to be part of the solution in America. $2 of our protection plan membership is donated to the YFL. These college scholarships, we have been increasing them every year. From 2016, we started at $100,000. And earlier here, 2018, we gave away $250,000. And in 2019, it has been announced we're giving away $350,000 to children who are going to learn about financial literacy. And guess what? Anyone you know that's a senior in high school or a freshman in college can apply. Get with the agent. You don't have to get your credit restored, or you don't have to get the protection plan to share this information. But obviously, if you believe in it, you're going to be getting started as well and help someone else, maybe in your family, maybe a neighbor, so that they can get a head start and get ahead of student loans. How? By not having it. So listen, you can also increase your score with some other services that we offer. Having a healthy credit profile is important. Strong trade lines are important. You need at least 3 accounts that report to all 3 of the credit agencies. And so I want you to think about, if you're a renter, use Credit My Rent. This will now actually add your monthly rental payments to your credit report. Your rent or wherever you live is mostly, many people, the largest portion of their income outgo. And so this is going to put you at an advantage with a lot of other renters where you're able to even go back as far as 2 years. That will be considered a seasoned trade line if you're trying to buy a home or something of that effect. And so it can help you to really build your credit score like that. And so people are getting great results with Credit My Rent. Also, a secured credit card. If you don't have revolving credit, remember the 30% of your score. If you don't have any kind of revolving credit trade line, you want to consider our secured credit card, where you're able to back it with your own money. And instead of you swiping a debit card, you're not getting anything on your credit report if you're swiping your debit card, but the secured credit card with a very low interest rate, only 11.9% right now. You can use that and start rebuilding your credit and have a very strong, very strong trade line on your credit report. So you can practice on how to pay on time with a secured card. So hopefully that helped you a lot. I know when I first heard this information, it did wonders for me. I'm like, where has this information been? Public knowledge. But no one is putting it forefront. And so you got some keys to financial freedom right now. I'm about to share with you how, if you said, you know what, I get it. I know a lot of people who would need this. And if I knew exactly what to say and what to do, I would love to share this with someone else. Well, that's where you can now enter into financial freedom. It's just ahead. Now, what I'm about to show you has changed the lives of tens of thousands of people. It's a huge movement that's coming on. And so I want you to know that this career opportunity has helped the ordinary people become extraordinary. You know what? They were never ordinary. They just weren't in the right opportunity. And so I can tell you right now that there are a lot of people that want to be their own boss. They just don't know how. They don't know what to do. There's a Gallup poll that says 70% of people they want to be their own boss, but they either don't know where to start or they don't have the money. What if you had an opportunity to work from anywhere and it didn't have to interfere with what you had going on now? Would you be interested? You know, there's over 100 million people that have jobs, and more than 70 million of them would rather not have a job. Huffington Post reported this. Do you drive in that traffic every day? Would you like to do something different? But I want to welcome you to hybrid marketing. It's where entrepreneurship meets corporate America. And when you become a FBS referral agent, you can work from anywhere, from your home or phone. You're going to get a website. You're going to get an online sales tracking system. You're going to get agent and customer support, because we're not the ones that restore the credit. Remember, it's United Credit Education Services that does that. We just refer people, find the clients that want help. You get access to professional marketing materials and training. We get paid every single week when you qualify. What does that mean? You got to bring business in order to get paid out, commissions, residual bonuses, and more, and super great tax advantages. If you are a W-2 employee and you don't have a 1099, more than likely you're paying too much in taxes. We want to start having more money coming into your household, right? And then now you'll be in a position to help other people. And if you want to become a referral agent, all you will tell the agent who invited you to watch this webinar, all you tell them is that I want to upgrade. I want to upgrade to become a referral agent. It's just $100 more than becoming a customer. So it's $288 one time and $89 a month for your subscription, because everyone needs a protection plan membership. Even if you have great credit, you want to protect it and you want to be a product of the product, right? And so also, it's $89 a month for you as well, but you have an opportunity to get it free. I want to talk to you more about that right now. So when you now share this information with other people, okay? For each protection plan membership that you enroll, you can earn $100. So if you, what would that do for you? $100, right? Well, the thing is you can do that as many times as you want to. If you wanted to earn an extra $500, all you have to do is enroll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. 5 people, customers or agents. And listen, not only are you going to earn $500, but you'd also get free services if those people were customers or agents. $500 per protection plan membership, but you can do 5 and it's free. 5 and it's free. I want you to pay very close attention to the number 5. You'll also earn an additional $12 per month residually for every protection plan membership that pays their $89 subscription. And so you definitely want to have quality enrollments. We're going to train you on how to do that. And so we want to tell you about our very systematic way for success. It's not about like, we got tons of people doing it, so we know you can do it too. And it's called the Strive for 5. This is super powerful. I need you to pay very close attention. First and foremost, this 5 compounded, I love it because Albert Einstein says that compounding is the 8th wonder in the world. You can use it with people, money, what have you, but it becomes big. It starts off small, just like you and your 5, and you teach people to do the same thing. And I want you to know that now you can turn around, and whether it's 5 years from now or less, you could have a very strong residual income. I mean, 5 years from now, just doing our power of 5, the Strive for 5 here, you could be at a $75,000 a month residual income. I can tell you this, that this can be even conservative. There are people who've exceeded this, right? I need you to know that, let's say you did this and it's not happened perfectly, and it won't. I need you to know, because sometimes maybe one person might get 5, one person may get none, one person may get 10. But even if you got it 90% wrong, you still get $7,500 a month residual income. What could that do for you, right? You get an F and you still get $7,500. Now, what if you get now another 10% of $7,500? You get $750 a month. A lot of people don't even have that left over after paying their bills. Let's say that you're financially set. What about adding that into your retirement? Into your retirement plan or your retirement vehicle? That can do some wonders. And I can tell you right now, this is extremely powerful, extremely doable. And remember that Strive for 5, you're going to get services free. We also have what is called our customer acquisition bonus. How this works is when an agent decides that they want to go past just maybe enrolling protection plans personally, and they want to build a team. You can build a team in all 50 states. You can go U.S. Virgin Islands, Guam, Puerto Rico, as well as U.S. Samoa. You're going to hear from someone in a moment that even expanded into that area. You can earn from $100 to $550 based on your title in the company. Okay, so how this works is like this, right? You here, you're brand new, and you go and you enroll an agent, right? Let's say you enroll an agent, and that agent goes out and get 2 customers. So it's always a 1-to-2 ratio, 2 customers per agent. It's going to trigger that $550. Now this is super powerful. So you enroll Amy, and Amy go get her 2 protection plan membership. She's going to earn $100 per person, and then you are going to also earn a $100 CAB bonus. Now remember, Amy, she got $200 and she starts getting her $12 residual. Now you go and enroll another agent, and at this time you get $1,600 in sales volume as a team effort. Now you get promoted to what we call field trainer. At field trainer, your CAB bonuses now are $160. Same work, more money. Now at the level of senior field trainer, what did you do? You helped your 2 agents become a field trainer, and you did it again. Now you're getting $240 a CAB bonus. And now our next promotion is $380 at a sales director. I want you to know a sales director has 3 field trainers on their team. What do? That means they help people people, right? They're doing the same thing that you did, but also the average sales director earns from $4,000 to $6,000 monthly, and we have a 90-day game plan for you, so you know exactly what to do. It's a very systematic approach to success, okay? And so now we also have a regional sales director at $430 a cab. It keeps going up. We have executive sales director at $475 a cab. Same work, more money. All it is every time there's 2 customers to an agent, this cab is triggered. And then now we have at this level here, vice president, where you get $500 a cab bonus. So I'm talking about you're a vice president and you enroll an agent and they get 2 customers, you get $500. You can do that unlimited throughout your organization. Cab bonuses are unlimited bonuses. And then you also get what is called cab overrides. So let's say, for instance, you're an agent here, right? You have an agent here in your team, and then you are a regional sales director. Your cab is $430. When your agent triggered a cab, they're getting $100. But you'll get the difference from the $430, which is $330. Or the same thing, if you were a vice president, the difference would be $400. That agent gets the $100 cab, you get the $500 cab, and it continues all the way up into regional vice president at $510 a cab. And you're gonna hear from a few of them in a moment. And then you also have executive vice president. You're gonna hear from some leaders there, $520 a cab. And then now at $530 a cab, you have senior vice president. That means a person is doing $1 million in sales in a month in our team. Senior vice presidents at $530 a cab bonus. We have 4 of them on our team already. And then listen, at $540 a cab, senior regional vice president. That means they're doing $2.5 million in sales. We have 2 millennials. One is 26, one is 35. Senior regional vice president, and then senior executive vice president. Currently only one. I'm a senior executive vice president with the company. Super, super blessed and excited and humbled all the time to be able to share with people this phenomenal opportunity. And so what I want you to know is that there's more money, and it's called the Infinity Bonus. It's paid out one time every single month on our 2nd volume week. And what it is you're going to earn from a 0.5% from the time you're a sales director, right, all the way to senior executive vice president. This is the minimum percentage of whatever the sales volume you and your team have. All right. And so what you need to know is that at 0.5% as sales director, you're getting $50, an additional one-time per month bonus. Regional sales director, $187.50. Then you have executive sales director, an extra $500. Remember, executive sales directors, on top of all the other earnings, they get an additional $500 at minimum. Vice presidents, $1,500. That can be a house payment. That can be a phenomenal car. That can be your kid going to a better school. That can be you really starting to build a true retirement or savings. I can tell you that. Regional vice presidents, they're getting $43.75. Huge, huge. That is huge. We have a gentleman you were going to hear from that get that part-time. I need you to know, an executive vice president, $10,000 in infinity bonus. We have 2 of them on the line on today. Senior vice president, $22,500. There are 4 people in the organization getting that. Senior regional vice president, $62,500. 2 people are getting that. And at senior executive vice president, we get $100,000. And every one of these numbers are at minimum based off of your sales volume. We do anywhere from $8 to $9 million in a sales volume month, and even as closer. I mean, all I can tell you this, it's all about teamwork. You don't get here unless you're helping people at every level in the business. So I want to talk about real results. And so we have some people that are going to be coming in live here in a moment. I want to talk about this couple here, super powerful senior vice president. This is Gene and Wayman Kimpson. They used to be real estate brokers. They learned about this information in the same home that I'm talking to you from, in my basement, right? And they used to depend on closings, wait on weeks, even months. They were under stress. What people don't know is that when you're an entrepreneur, you got to put your finances and sometimes your neck on the line. And guess what? Now they're doing FES full time, and now they're senior vice presidents. Their business do $1 million in sales, and then they also are third level R&R club members, and their retirement is set. Retirement is set. Mama Jean Kempson, we started this business at about 61. We have another young lady. I love this testimony, not only because she was my client for so many years when I was a hairstylist before I began to do this. I just made a different decision, right? Just in case you want to know why my hair looks so beautiful, I was a hairstylist, right? I didn't have any hair or makeup. I did it myself. But Toy Jones, executive vice president, business do $500,000 in sales in a month. She was in corporate America for 8 years. And I want Toy to be able to share her story. Toy, you can go ahead and introduce yourself. How are you? How are you?
I am well. How are you?
I'm amazing, Toy. You know, I'm always so proud to hear all the success. Congratulations. You're even another cruise winner. Oh, we'll learn about that. Go ahead and share with our listeners on today about your testimony.
Awesome. So first, I definitely got to give it back to you, Nicola. You know, I always say, I don't know where I would be without you. You know, definitely first believing in me, because I had never done anything like this before. So if you're on the line today and you're thinking, you know, can I really do this? This is something different from me. That was my story. Never done anything like this before. And, you know, corporate let me go. Sometimes we put so much trust into corporate America, but that was just, you know, horrible at the time. I didn't know what I was going to do. I had been living paycheck to paycheck, no money saved, and a bankruptcy and a judgment on my credit report. And, you know, like most people, I was trying to figure out what was I going to do next. I couldn't keep doing the same thing over and over. So I got started, and first in 22 days, my bankruptcy and judgment was removed. So that also helped build my confidence and, you know, definitely showed me that this is the real deal. And so fast forward, within a year and a half, because of your coaching, I was able to, you know, reach 6 figures, single mom of 2. And, you know, being able to live life on my own terms. The company also pays for me a car, which happens to be an Audi. And I received a one-time $10,000 bonus, even purchased me and my kids our first home now about 3 months ago. So, you know, this business has been life-changing. You know, I just don't know what to say. If we're doing all of this now, imagine where we're gonna be, you know, 2 years, 3 years down the road, and definitely looking to take some more people with us. So again, thank you, Nicola, for having me on today.
Wow, thank you so much. I am so proud of you, Toy. And, you know, we're family. We're family, and I am so grateful that you said yes to FES. Wow, I love it. And, you know, I'm looking at her background. I always get really teary-eyed when I see Toy, because she didn't think she could do it, but I knew without a shadow of a doubt that she was more than worthy. I knew she could do this, and seeing her do it, it's just so powerful to experience these wins with you. So, all right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. This is so powerful. We got another testimony here, Anthony and Eileen Jackson, so powerful. You know, I get a little bit of like teary-eyed because I know all of these people. And, you know, Anthony Jackson, he was out in Chicago. He was a PE teacher. They let him go. He needed to get some additional certification that he didn't have. And they said, we no longer need you. He took his last money in the bank and enrolled. Of course, his wife was upset and scared, naturally. But now fast forward, they're both 6-figure earners. They awarded, he has a free Audi. Now she is driving a Mercedes-Benz paid for by the company. They're cruise contest winners, aren't our club members. Their life has drastically changed. He literally said he had about $2.06 after investing in himself. $2.06 after investing his 288, and now six-figure earners. Powerful testimony. We have David Moon out here. I am so grateful. We have David live. David, are you there? Hey.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. How are you?
Finally, I'm here.
Wow, share with us, David, your testimony. We so honor you. You're a regional vice president with our company, and you've been here just paving the way for so many people. Go ahead and share with us your testimony.
Well, thank you. First of all, I really appreciate it, and thank you for inviting me to this honorable spot. You really truly set the right example for everyone of us to follow. You know, I mean, that's the really key in the growth of the entire company, I would say. Yeah, I was a radio broadcaster in my own community, okay? And just like what he says right here, it may sound good, but I could barely make ends meet. And of course, you know, I was in the driver's seat of the roller coaster ride. I mean, since I could not make ends meet, I had to do something else, and I had to deal with a lot of failures. And of course, my credit was, you know, bombarded with derogatories you won't believe. And first, when I first engaged with this FES, my first goal is to get my credit score up, you know, and with a matter of like 45 days, I had 46 items, and 15 got knocked out on my first cycle, and I earned like more than 100 points. And I thought, wait a minute, I could help so many people out there, countless of people. So I started to focus on this business, and you know, told my friends and family. And since they experienced the same thing, oh my God, my business just grew exponential. So when I look back, I helped more than 6,000 people across the country. And this is amazing. Now, you know, obviously, I got myself into an R&R Club member, and really enjoying my driver's seat in new Audi Q7.
I love it, David. We thank you so much, you know, because some people aren't courageous enough to go out and help thousands of people, because we know that some people are just not going to believe it. But I am so honored to have met you, and so grateful for you to be part of our FES family. Thank you so much. Thank you, David. Wow. We are going on over into Atlanta, Georgia. This is another huge testimony here, right? Because this young lady, I know her. We work so closely together, and to see her now from when she first got started, Nicola Taylor, Executive Vice President, another $500,000 a month in sales. Nicola, are you there?
I am here, Nicola. How are you?
Awesome. I'm awesome. Powerful. I'd love for you to share your testimony. It's so inspiring. You're such an amazing leader. Go ahead and share.
All right. Thank you so much for this opportunity, Nicola. So I was the girl that worked in corporate America with a lot of student loan debt. Couldn't find me a job that would pay me enough to be able to pay back my student loans. And on top of that, when I saw this opportunity, I was skeptical. I walked away and said, this was not for me. I am super grateful and humbled that this opportunity was placed back in my face 30 days later after initially saying no. Since then, of course, I took advantage of the opportunity. It allowed me to fire my boss within 5 months of joining and actually truly working the business. I've made multiple six figures, been on several crews, of course, under your leadership, strategic guidance, and planning for my business and my life is truly different. Being able to pay off over $60,000 in student loan debt, purchasing my very first primary home and several investment properties. I know we're just getting started, and I hope you guys take advantage, and we will definitely see you at the top. Thank you, Nicole.
Oh, my mercy. I just get chills. I get chills, and I think about, you know, that beautiful young millennial, those young millennial. People are saying, what are they going to do? Well, they're going to need $2 million in retirement money and look like some people are on track. I want to go right on into Detroit, Michigan. Did you hear that? I get chills. I just get so emotional when I think about how lives are being changed and the dynamic leadership I work with. Thank you so much, Danikia. We're going into Michigan. You know, this is so powerful right here. This is such a great friend. I can think of any time when I come into Michigan, I get the rides from you. You know, it doesn't matter how late, you just give that same nice smile and drop me off. And I'm like, Tony, you're the bomb.com. How do you do all that you do? You are a regional vice president with our company, level 2 R&R club member, and you're doing it part-time. Can you share with us, what are you doing? How do you do it? You're so amazing.
Wow. Well, I appreciate it. And it's always fun when you come to town to hang out with you. I mean, you know, it's definitely an honor to be on this call with you as the, you know, top earner and leader, top leader in the company. And I just appreciate everything you do for us and, you know, setting the pace. And it's just definitely following your lead right now. So it's been exciting, but you know, my story is a little different because when I saw this, I mean, I got out of corporate America in 2000. I did not want to work for anyone. So I just jumped into real estate, investing. I started businesses. I'm a part owner in several restaurants. I'm actually sitting in it right now. So I hope it's not too loud with some feedback. But, you know, I had passive income. You know, I was working, building teams in real estate. But, you know, this just made sense. You know, as a business person, I always say, well, hey, if it makes sense and it's, you know, goes along with what I do, why not? It helped me to get more of my clients approved, right? In real estate, and help my people on my teams get more clients approved, you know, get their credit fixed. And so I thought, well, yeah, it makes sense. And, you know, kind of like what Danikia said, though, I was a little skeptical about the opportunity aspect of this business. You know, I was more of the traditional business owner. And I looked at it a little bit further and I thought, well, wait a minute, why not? There's an incredible opportunity here to create more passive income residually. And it's been great ever since. I mean, shoot, I mean, the other businesses I do don't pay me to drive an Escalade, right? Yeah, just for doing what I do. So, you know, yeah, I do work hard, but, you know, that's the beauty behind FES and this opportunity is that because of the systems in place and the things we have, I'm able to still run my other businesses and create a 6-figure income part-time, you know, so it's been phenomenal. Helped tons of people. I love traveling around the country now, just, you know, helping others, you know, join entrepreneurship and, you know, and have the success that we've heard, you know, from all these other awesome people on the line today. So yeah, it's been awesome. And I'm super excited about the future.
I love it. I love it, Tony. And we all have just a blast when we go on the company trips and the events. Guys, listen, if you want to see some of these leaders, you better definitely make sure you get with the agent and ask them, when is the next event? Because these are some real people. This is a stellar leadership team, and I'm so grateful to have met so many powerful people. Thank you so much, Tony. We're going on over into Washington, Tacoma, Washington. I don't know how cold is it out there, but I can tell you this young lady has a super warm heart. I met her online. I want her to tell the story. She is a phenomenal leader. She is such a huge asset to her community, her church, her family. Miss Sabrina Liu, Vice President. Where are you, Sabrina?
Hi, Nicola. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Hi. Hello, 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 everyone. Can you see me?
Yes, I can see you. I can hear you. Talk about
Oh man. Thank you so much, Nicola. It is a privilege to be on the call with you as well as the other giants, these other amazing leaders. I love this team. I love this family. As Nicola mentioned, my name is Sabrina. I'm all the way here in Washington State, and it is cold right now. It is freezing. Everybody's got their boots out, so it's cold right now. I just want to thank you, Nicola, for your your selfless leadership and your solid mentorship. Because of you, I am having so much success in this business. For all of you guys who are tuned in on this webinar, this live webinar, all of the amazing information that was shared, you can't pass up this life-changing opportunity. It has changed my life drastically. A year and 7 months ago, I was looking for a solution to my horrible credit. I was stuck. And I found Nicola on Instagram. You know, nobody goes to Instagram to look for their solution to their credit repair or their finances. I seen this ad being advertised, low monthly credit repair, you know, hashtag ask me now. First thing I thought, it was a scam. That's the first thing I thought, was this is a complete scam. But I kept going back to her Instagram account and I see nothing but positive results. I couldn't find anything negative. So I finally enrolled in November of 2016. And here I am with excellent credit, now a homeowner, and being rewarded with a car allowance from this amazing company. Also, I don't think I mentioned I was able to walk away from 2 full-time jobs. We were also able to expand here along the West Coast, like Oregon, all through California and Arizona, just to name a few states, Hawaii. Also, we were getting so many demands and high requests from American Samoa, where I'm originally from. So with the blessing of our co-founders, we were able to take FES to American Samoa, which is huge for our people. So this company, like I said, has been life-changing. You know, I'm sitting in my beautiful home, and as I sit here and reflect, none of this would have been possible without FES and my amazing mentor, Nicola Smith-Jackson. I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you.
Wow, I am so blessed to know you. When I come to Washington, you guys are my family. I could remember Toy Jones and I going, and we're like, it's cold already, Toy. We have a ton of fun. I love my FES family, and we're going, this is our last testimony here, and it's with T. Anthony Money. He's a regional vice president with our company. All I can tell you is business does $250,000 in sales. He is a powerhouse in our organization. He had some experience in this kind of industry, but he's never had an experience like this. We are so grateful for T. Anthony Money. Let's see if we can get him on with us here. I would love to be able to see if we can get T. Anthony Money on the line. Let's go. All right, let's see there. Are you there? T. Anthony Money. How are you? Yay, we did it. Okay, T Money. We call him T Money. I can remember meeting you for the very first time, again, in my basement. People don't think we work from home, but we do for real. And in my basement, and I knew you were a winner. I knew you'd bring so much value to our team. We're so grateful to have you share with the family your experience with FES.
Right. Can you hear me good, Nicola?
Yes, we can hear you. I can see you in your beautiful condo.
Yes. You know, I just want to say thank you so much, Nicola, for your servant leadership and even invite me to, you know, share a little part of my testimony. The success I had, not only with my credit, but with the business as well. Guys, this is something that absolutely changed my life. When I tell you FES fell into my life in 2016, I was going through one of the roughest times that I've ever experienced in my entire life. And, one thing's for sure, I knew that I needed to get my credit fixed, right? So I was, scrolling on Facebook, and I seen one of my, friends, talking about credit. And I immediately called her. I said, hey, what's up with this credit? I need my credit fixed. I got some things I want to do. I'm trying to get a new place. I need some help. And she invited me out to her condo, Senior Vice President Robin Robinson, and we had a conversation and we talked about business. And when I heard the opportunity, guys, I said, you know what, this is what I want to do, okay? I got started in this business And it's just been a whirlwind. I mean, things have completely changed and turned around. My credit score went from a 590 all the way to a 727 in 60 days. You know, we know that's may not be typical for everybody, but you know, my credit score has ballooned all the way over into 800. And you know, I just literally bought a brand new, not bought, but you know, got my first condo. And also, you know, just my team has like grown significantly. You know, I just can't, the leadership over here, I've been in this industry for a while. I had a little bit of success, but I've never had the success that I've had with FES under the direct leadership of Dr. Nicola Taylor and Robin Robinson. Not only did I hit my 6-figure level in 12 months, I also hit regional vice president in my first 18 months. And guess what? I just qualified as a brand new R&R club member for my first Mercedes-Benz that I'll be purchasing this month. I'm super excited about what's to come. I'm super excited about what we're doing here in this company. And guys, like Toy Jones said, we're just getting started. Get with the person that got you on this webinar and say, I'm ready to get started today. Just like I did, I made that decision in 2016, and look where I'm at now, guys. Thanks for having me on this call, Nicola.
Wow, thank you so much, T-Money, for all your leadership, guys. I am telling you, I got to get finished with this. I know by the time you're probably like, where do I sign up? Get with the person who invited you and get signed up. But we just have one little thing we want to share a little bit more with you. Wow, this is extremely powerful, extremely powerful. Now look what else we got. R&R Club. You heard so many of the leaders talk about the R&R Club. They're getting a Audi, Mercedes, or Cadillac truck paid for at level 1, $600 a month. And you have to just have white, black, or silver. Level 2, a one-time $10,000 cash bonus. You heard several of them talk about that, right? You get a upgrade, $1,500 at level 3 to drive either one of these 3 powerhouse cars, okay? Then you also at level 4 get a one-time $25,000 cash bonus. We have several leaders who've been able to do that. At level 5, you get $50,000 cash bonus, and you get to upgrade to a Bentley. We have 2 qualifiers. I am one, and a 26-year-old is another. Alfred Nixon, super, super excited about that. Then we have level 6, a house payment, $5,000 monthly house payment. This is where I live in this home. We've been here for 9 years, and I've been with FES. It's going to be coming up on my 5-year, and over the last year plus, we've been able to have them pay our house note. I can't tell you what does that mean. Living in your dream home and having someone pay for it because you're helping people is just so powerful. Mr. Nixon also qualified for that too. And I am just so proud to be a part of such stellar leadership. And levels 7 through 10 is where they will match 100% up to $25,000 into a retirement bonus for you. And then also you get lifetime bonuses up to from $150,000 to $250,000 at Pinnacle. This is a career opportunity. If you're ready to commit 5 years to your life to invest in your family, your legacy, FES is a powerful place for you to learn. You're not going to get this overnight, but you can earn money quickly if you follow our system. We're going to teach you how to launch your business. We're going to teach you how to manage and properly market yourself in social media. You heard several of us met each other through social media, but now we're family. How to establish corporate accounts. You saw that powerhouse Tony Camilleri. He's a businessman, right? You want to be able to connect with people like that and also help other businesses that are credit related do more business like real estate or car or what have you. You also want to learn how to properly explain and share our protection plan memberships, how to establish and build a team nationwide. You see, many of us are in different parts of the country, but we're still a team. How to understand and maximize our account plan and build residual income. You don't want to work this hard forever, don't you? You want to start making a significant difference and have enough time to enjoy your money. That's residual money. What's left over after you worked hard for it one time and it keeps paying you, and how to be a successful leader and the right mindset and attitude for success. We have a plan. You're the only thing missing. We're giving you the keys to financial freedom. You want to become either a customer or an agent. Get with the agent who invited you. Very nominal investment, under $300. And when you become a field trainer, we show you how you can even get that return on investment. If you are saying, well, right now I'm looking in my bank account and I don't see how I'm going to get started, get with the agent who invited you. We are a solution. We teach people how to become more resourceful. We teach people how to be better. We teach people how to live better. And so you want to get with the agent who invited you. It doesn't matter where you are now. That has nothing to do with where you're trying to go. Just like all of us, we've all made mistakes. As a matter of fact, the mistake is what got our attention. The mistake is what made us understand that we really needed FES. And we wanted some people to support us. And now we're here to support you. I want to congratulate you and welcome you to the movement. It's massive. It's coming to a city near you. Get with the person who invited you and get started now.